Ubisoft, please tell me you didn't bury this. Guys, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is upon us. I am about to play the game for the first time. But before I play the game, as you know from my channel, I'm obsessed with Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, the mythology behind it. The reason I keep playing these games is because of Corey May. Corey May, for those of you who don't know who he is, Corey May was one of the writers, the original writers of Assassin's Creed. I think he left after 3, if I'm not mistaken. And that's really where, and he might have left actually after Revelations. I don't think he was part of 3. If he was part of 3, he left right after. And the series has gone downhill as far as the mythology goes. Now, why I keep playing was because of the first Civilization. I wanted the sci-fi element to it. Could care less about the time in history, cool, kind of, but I care about the first Civilization. And ever since 3, it's been an afterthought. Ubisoft has buried that storyline to the depths of hell, and occasionally here and there there'll be, you know, a First Civilization sighting, or Juno will have text messages because she's now in the machine, or you'll have, the Sage pop up now and again, especially when you were working for Abstergo in Black Flag and everything else. But what pisses me off the most is the fact that if I hadn't read this comic, Assassin's Creed Uprising, if I hadn't read this comic, I'd be playing these games waiting for a resolution to the storyline with Juno, and if I'm not mistaken, it was buried in this comic. This recently just came out as a collection. Obviously, there's volumes 1 and 2, the bottom right down there. But I pray to God Ubisoft didn't bury this, because for people who don't read this stuff, who's not as big of a fan as I am, or just may not know that these comics exist and the stories exist and the miscellaneous games here and there, like Assassin's Creed Rebellion, I believe just came out for iOS and Android. AC Rebellion. Ubisoft, what are you doing? You buried the end of the Juno arc in this comic book because, and I wish I could show you guys this, and I may have to do this differently, but basically, at this point, Charlotte DelaCruz, okay? Charlotte DelaCruz is fighting Juno with Otso Berg, who ends up being the Black Cross for the Templars, and it looks like she either kills herself and defeats Juno, or I don't know, but this is what it says. So that's how it ended, how the Phoenix Project burned to cinders, how I fought in the brutal war and it took everything from me. I don't know you, but I know you'll be here one day looking back on my today. You'll find a drop of blood on a scrap of an old white hoodie, or pull the brittle teeth from my grave, and you'll carry me back here with you, but until then, this war is over for me. Perhaps I was always just a dream. You'll have to fall another to learn the rest of it. And she blows herself up, I believe, to defeat Juno. Unbelievable. I believe Juno's dead. And if Ubisoft buried the end of Juno in this comic book, I mean, I don't get it. I'm pissed. Why keep playing these fucking games? Now again, I haven't played Odyssey yet. I don't know if there's any First Civilization, hierarchy, present day storyline going in that game. I can't wait to see. I have a feeling there's none, because there was hardly any. There were glitches where you fought in Assassin's Creed Origins, there were glitches where you fought, the gods of Egypt. But that's about it. I mean, little text here, little text there. There's a new storyline with William Miles that was in Origins, Desmond's father, where he's rescuing I forget her even name. That's how important she was. The one that was at the site there in Egypt. He rescues her from death, or from the Templars trying to silence her, whatever the case may be. Okay, maybe there's a continuation of that. I have no idea. But I'm writing this right now. I'm not writing this. I'm recording this video right now because I'm pissed. And if Ubisoft really buried the Juno story arc, the storyline, that arc of it, in the back pages of a comic that maybe 10% of the population has read, shame on you. The whole reason I keep playing these games, and maybe majority of these people play these games, is for that aspect of Assassin's Creed, man. Never, and to this day, I think a lot of people will agree with me, Assassin's Creed 2 is the best Assassin's Creed there ever was. I mean, that's hands down. Hands down. Assassin's Creed 2, and then followed by the rest of that Ezio trilogy. Amazing. Every aspect of it. The story, gameplay, First Civilization storyline, present-day storyline. I was pissed when Desmond killed himself to save the world after 3, but obviously he had to, otherwise there'd be no more present storyline. And ultimately there really wasn't, because Ubisoft just, screw it. We'll have a pirate game, people will forget. Screw it. We'll have a deal in France, people will forget. Screw it. We'll have Origins, which basically is the beginning of the Assassins, which basically isn't because you have Odyssey, unless Odyssey is like Rogue, where, yeah, you play as a Templar, but it's like an afterthought here, but it's not, because, spoiler alert, Shay Cormac ends up killing Arno Dorian's father in the beginning of Unity, so what are we really doing here? Look, Ubisoft, man. Ubisoft, Ubisoft, whatever the hell you call yourselves, please tell me you did not bury the present-day storyline in a comic book. Because if you did, I probably can't live on.